Hello, good morning, maybe good afternoon. What will it tell? Just working on some stuff to make sure everything's running smoothly. Alright, everything's online. Okay, so the main goal of the stream is to actually try to do something stupid and fun in Blender, and try not to have my computer blow up, because Blender is made for computers and not my pathetic little beloved laptop. Oh boy. Okay, so I really just wanted to live stream my insanity and see how far I can take this, and see how far I can go. If you hear any noises, that's my phone. I keep it with me when I stream. Just make sure no one needs me. Obviously, I take questions, but just sit back and enjoy me being an idiot. Let's begin. So I was thinking of having the camera look up from the ground, from the perspective of all the monsters. Yeah, that looks about right. Perspective is obviously a little hard to make. Yeah, looks good. Alright, let's move Trishula. No, wait, Ouroboros. Anyone hear anything about the drama about YouTube channels getting taken down because of an AI or bot or something? Anyone up on that drama? Group colors. Why do I want group colors? Okay. I do a lot of clicking in my programs. Takes a lot of practice and patience. That's my phone. Pretty tedious. My work. Kind of a control freak in Blender. I want everything to look right. Boy, everything takes a while. Let me adjust this window capture. You don't really need the full screen. I'm keeping things like this to, I'm gonna apply the color later. Into the computer. I feel like my workload in Blender has actually, my work output has kind of increased because I'm now using a different, I'm not using the keypad of my computer. Using a plug-in mouse. I swear, ever since I upgraded to Windows 11, it's been running a lot smoother for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I'm not gonna question it. I'm happy it is. Okay, let's curl the fingers like this. Nope. A little hard to see the lines, though. I mostly started with Blender to learn better, learn drawing, because the human body in 3D models works basically the same as it does in real life. So it's a fun way to practice. Then sort of just evolve from there. I also don't know if I'm gonna get seriously in trouble for this, because knowing dumb YouTube, I actually have my iPod plugged into my headphones, so I don't know how well the microphone on my laptop is. Like, is YouTube gonna hear the copyright music and strike me from the heavens above? Is it gonna hear the tiny little music filling into my ears? Like, I have the volume low. Goodness knows people have gotten copyrighted for stupider things. That doesn't look right. I remember one of the reasons I didn't intentionally seek this model out until later is because I was terrified of what the pose bones on the coat would look like. Like, I have Masquerades is basically it has similar silhouette, and that is a little overwhelming, but thankfully it was not as bad as I thought it would be. This is terrifying still, do not get me wrong. Need to try a way to make it look natural. There is a high chance, if there is a dumb series or anime video game character, if they have an incredible attitude, good eyewear, and a snazzy outfit coat, I will probably find that. Oh gosh, the lawnmowers are here. I shouldn't say I woke up one day and realized that, but I mean, Albert Wesker, Masquerade, Magnus, Spectra, Iseto Kaiba. There's certainly something there. I want to do this with this wireframe. Okay, let's reset. Up. What am I doing? We're undoing that. We're clearing that. There we go. Okay, I might switch over into... Okay, I'll switch over to this. Let's make sure everything looks good. Hold together. Up. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's more or less what I had in mind. It's a bit easier. to see. I guess because I grew up with really well-dressed villains, I always gravitated toward them. I mean, what's not to love? They look amazing on screen. They act amazing on screen. What's not to love, really? Fantastic Eyewear is just a bonus. I mean, that's more or less just Bakugan, because Bakugan is obsessed with people in masks. And I choose to believe if Bakugan Gen 3 was, if it didn't feel like, it felt like it had that change in mid-production, Backslash was probably going to continue the Bakugan tradition of a masked villain. Like, even Marduk existed. Another masked Phantom of the Opera character in the exclusive video game. So yeah, this series will use masked brawlers whenever the chance they get. Okay, not bad. A little hard to make out what's the difference between the legs and the body. Especially what's on the other side of the model. Okay, those. That looks like the final part there. An important rule of Blender is not to throw your computer in terror because of what on earth is happening, alright? This stuff is terrifying, and you just gotta go with it. If you have nerves of steel, then go ahead and use Blender. If you don't, you might need to work up the courage to use it. And that's all I have to say on that. Fantastic program. It's kind of fun, but oh boy, there's a skill. There's a skill issue involved. What is going on here? Gosh, this doesn't look good. There we go. Doesn't need to look good in the back, needs to look good in the front. Pulling a Takara. need to adjust that. Like I said, whole lot of clickies going on. Yep. Okay, now time to play the game. Time to play the camera game. Alright. I think I'll move it forward a bit. Okay, take it back a bit. So I want this to be the centerpiece, but I don't want it to completely take over the entire thing, because the monsters are going to be coming in from all sides. Maybe I won't do the ground angle. Angle it up a bit. Alright, 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 I'm happy with that. I'll work on the perspective later. I can make this bigger if I want to. I don't think I will. I think I'll manage the back of these, but not too much, because I want to do other things. That is my movies. Saw people complaining about how his coat looks in Dead by Daylight. I was like, dude, this stuff's hard, man. But then again, Dead by Daylight's kind of weird. Everything looks a bit joinky anyway. Almost wish the same time there was a bone right here. Here so I can adjust this part, but at the same time I don't because that would be annoying. It is so fascinating looking back on our on the civilization of planet Earth's Matrix post era 2000s. Like, good grief, it was everywhere back then. We were obsessed. Movies made back then will forever be tied to one movie that came in the mid 2000s. That came out in 1999. And hey, if we didn't have that, the PlayStation 2 probably would not have been as successful. Because the reason PS2 is successful is because it had a DVD player. And what DVD did everyone want to watch at the time? The Matrix. So thanks, Keanu Reeves. Or Shadow the Hedgehog? I don't know. Okay, this is why I need to worry about my scaling. I want to make the monster look big, but at the same time not dwarfed. Animations for this guy, but they don't look good. I think I need to readjust a Blender setting. More endless things in Blender that you have to fix. Every time I see a three-headed dragon, my brain instantly goes, "Oh, it's King Ghidorah!" No, silly brain. There are other three-headed dragons, like my boy Alpha Hydronoid. What are we doing here? I want the heads to look cool, but not a little off. Ooh. That's not good. Yep. My head is a little far away from the others. There we go, some more curvy poses. There we go. Gotta get these noodle necks worked out. Noodles. Let's close that mouth a little bit. Alright, now the center head. Why are we curving this way? Funny dragon. No! bad looking, not bad with the heads. I think I'll angle the head up a bit more so I can see the horns. It's cool to see what the Evil Swarm virus did to Trishula. How demonic it made it look versus its original form is very angel-like. Like these horn parts here were not originally a part of this monster. Its face is originally all white with no horns. Kinda looks like it has 4 sets of eyes with this red on it, with these little red dots on its face. Guess I can't be too picky. Oh, we're kind of bending here. I kind of want the head to be higher than the rest. Oop, keep clicking the wrong button. Oof, it's not really a natural pose. Okay, let's move the main head back. Gotta get some good noodle shapes in here. Ugh. Okay, gotta reset the neck. Alright, now the arms. My cat is sneezing. Kitty. really sure what to do with his arms. It's kind of got like Godzilla arms where they just sit there, almost like there's a man in a suit inside of this thing or something. Never really understood that's the YouTube series. And I feel bad for the creator. That's just not, but that's just style videos isn't for me. Alright, now the tail. This is not looking good. I don't want the tail to be in the way of the wings when I deploy them. Oh, that will be fun. Such a weird thing on the tail. Like, what is that? Ursula's tail was more like a spade and like an icicle. I want to take over the entire thing. Okay, then I'm gonna reset most of this. What am I doing? Okay. Oh my gosh, that is loud. There we go. I think it's a bit more subtle. Those are the blowers, so they're almost done. Yeah. Okay, now time for this thing's wings, which are a pain to pose. Let me check how the wings work. Let me check the card itself. Okay, so it sends basically to the top of the spikes. I don't want the wings to be too far apart. So I'll move that one up here a bit more. What is going on here? Alright, now to do the other side! Slow and steady. Not bad at all. Alright, move this one out a bit. Okay. Okay, I think I probably won't spend too. I'll probably barely move the legs. There we go. Oh, didn't realize it could bend like this. That's better. Looking good so far. Just the tail a bit. Okay, let me hide my screen for a moment and let me save this to my hard drive. Alright, saved. Okay, while that's saved, let me adjust the color. Sit for an hour in the same spot. There we go. Doesn't that look way better? Oop, we don't. There we go. Spectacle key is something I've hated in Blender. I was so happy when I found out a way to turn it off. Such a cool monster design. Am I kidding? Most Yu-Gi-Oh! Designs are cool. Okay, this model, bit more complicated. Oh gosh. Okay, think it. There's two different types on this one. Sadly, when I turn it down, I lose that cool highlight that it has in the game. Makes things really gray, which sucks. It just sucks because that's a really cool thing in the game. How it looks in RE5. That stuff probably runs on a very specific engine, so it can look good. Wait, why is that not layered correctly? Oops, forgot the boots. Why is the belt buckle layered under the belt? Need to go back into pose mode. How did that happen? I didn't think the belt was rigged to the coat. Is it something to do with the legs? No. How did that happen? Weird. Very weird. Is the coat clipping into itself? I see that a little bit. Oh my gosh, what's going on? You gonna live, computer? Okay, that fixed that. I can toy around with that later. I need to fix these eyes. He's really weird about the belt. Didn't think it had anything to do with this, though. When this live stream's over, I'll check the time codes and see maybe that's where something happened. Shouldn't be any of this. It shouldn't have been me messing with the textures. It shouldn't have been it. It's not like that by default, so don't get loaded in improperly. None of this should have caused this. What is this tiny thing? Nope. That certainly isn't it. Weird. Maybe it's something to do with the legs that I worked with. Okay, what if I cheat just a little tiny bit? That's the torso. Very weird. Alright, next monster. And I think I'm logging off. It's been an hour. Still gotta do all the shading. Let's see. Whoa! Alright! Balamant. Evil Swarm Balamant. This looks like a giant- it's just an evil Slifer. Wait, we already have evil Slifer. That would be the Sacred Beasts. Whatever that was in GX. Is that even gonna work? Maybe I shouldn't use this one. Maybe I won't use this one. It's a lot bigger than I thought. I wanna not do justice to this monster. I'm shoving him in the corner. That's foot? It is its foot. Alright, not bad. Alright, this is working out better than I thought. I'll adjust the scaling after the closing. Oof, rough textures on this one. What do you expect for the 3DS? Let me help scale this guy down. This thing does have a shoulder joint, just need to find it. Seems pretty confusing to work with. It's got a tiny arm. Let me shrink this down a bit. Oh, don't want to make it too small. Can I get the claws? Yes, I can. I think that's all the parts on him. Definitely not the worst textures I've seen. I could always upscale them later. Gotta love big old dragons. There we go. Okay, now I need to move it for better perspective. And after that we will wrap it up. Okay, computer's holding up better than I thought it would. is definitely hard how to structure this guy, because he's long in other areas. I can always adjust the body. But Ouroboros is the center of it, obviously. So I'll move the tail. Whew. Okay, let me angle the wing a bit. Alright, that looks good. Move your leg a bit, will ya? Why does Wesker still look glossy? Okay, there's my battery. So, I believe I have I have two more models to add to this. To this. Arzaroth is gonna go right here. It's a big blob monster, and I'm gonna add Worm King on the right. Worm King is gonna go into here. Azaroth's gonna go on that one. Yeah, it's looking good so far. Then I obviously need to add the lighting. Not bad. Alright. Alright, thank you for stopping by. Later.